Welcome to the Jato News Channel. Ukraine has aggressively launched attacks on Zaporizhzhia this week. Zaporizhzhia, a Ukrainian district illegally annexed by Russia in September, is currently partly occupied by Russian troops. 1 week ago, the Kremlin announced that Russia would not seize any more territory from Ukraine, instead focusing on returning to its original goal of demilitarization and denazification of Ukraine while retaining the 4 territories it illegally annexed in September. Zaporizhzhia is in southeastern Ukraine and is home to Europe's largest nuclear power plant. Ukraine has yet to redouble its efforts in those areas and managed to liberate Kherson in November, though Russia continues to claim the district remains under the Kremlin's annexation. Ukrainian troops focused their counteroffensive efforts on Zaporizhzhia. Ukrainian troops destroyed the main bridge Russian troops used to transport supplies across the Molokna River. Shortly after that day, Ukraine attacked again, this time targeting 2 Russian ammunition depots and destroying them as well. "The enemy continues to suffer losses," said the General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. According to the Post, Ukrainian forces targeted the settlements of Tokmak, Polahi and Berdyansk in Zaporizhzhia. The defense forces destroyed 2 enemy ammunition depots, 2 artillery systems with ammunition, as well as 6 units of various types of military equipment. More than 200 enemy soldiers were injured, the Post said. Jato News said Ukrainian troops carried out 11 airstrikes against Russian troops, targeting troops, weapons and military equipment. 2 attacks were launched on the Russian missile system. According to information obtained by Jato News, Ukrainian troops will likely launch a winter offensive against the Russians after the ground freezes, most likely in January. While it's impossible to know for sure where Ukraine will target its offensive, Kansian said Russian forces in Zaporizhzhia may have potential weaknesses that make the region an ideal place for Ukraine to launch a counteroffensive. Earlier this week, Ukrainian forces claimed an attack on the critical bridge, which crosses the Molokna River and connects the city of Melitopol and the village of Kostyantinivka in Zaporizhzhia. Jato News previously reported that Russian news outlet RIA Novosti said the bridge was damaged but survived the attack. RIA Novosti reported explosives were placed in the bridge's support system, and although they did not fall, traffic was brought to a halt. Experts previously told Jato News that damage to the bridge could deprive Russia of necessary supplies, such as food, adequate uniforms and weapons. Both Russia and Ukraine have tried to use the winter weather as an ally by targeting their opponents in ways that demoralize soldiers. Attack after attack continued to fall on the Russian troops, thereby preventing the Russian army from receiving the supplies needed to continue fighting through the winter months. Russia has targeted Ukraine in a similar way, launching attacks on the country's critical infrastructure and keeping the country in the dark as its main energy source is damaged or destroyed.